Welcome everyone to the handling complaints and difficult situation. Remember, we're talking about customer handling only. So, handling customer complaints and handling difficult customers. How do we go ahead with it? Is what we will be discussing in today's video. The term complaint. Complaint is a sense of dissatisfaction, a sense of unhappiness that a customer expresses orally, silently, or perhaps in writing. Some customers actually express the right reasons also. Others do not tell the reasons. These customers normally conceal or avoid or hide the real complaints by stating another believable facts but secondary reasons for dissatisfaction. Example, customer returns a pair of shoes because the color of the shoes is not very liked by his family members or her family members, but the real reasons might be the high price. Salesperson must skillfully ask questions and inspect the product to discover the real complaint as the case might be. Identify the cost associated with the complaint. There are plentiful of costs. Allow me to give you five reasons for complaint. First is the loss. What are my disadvantages of complaint? Loss of sales, which is today's sales and in future sales. Then we have an image that gets distorted as far as store persons, sales personnel. This additional record keeping that goes needs to be going on because you've made a sale. Now the sale has come forward, come back. You have to make an additional recording as to what has moved out of the store and has come back to the inventory and how it needs to be managed. Markdowns on return goods. Essentially, every goods that return, ethical company will always give a discounted price in the next statement that has been on display. Why? Because half of the return product is sold only at a reduced price. Increased interest payments. Company must borrow money to buy goods. Definitely, inventory, if you're not moving out from your shelf life, it is actually costing you capital or goods or profit. So let us try to focus and understand why complaint in the very first place. There are three major reasons for complaint or why there is a dissatisfaction among the customers. First is the product, as in poor quality, improper labeling, improper buying decisions. Second is personal, high pressure, rudeness, insufficient product information, inaccuracy or unsatisfactory services. Make sure that you determine what the customer requires or what the customer needs is all about it. Third is the business, the number of business or the types that is offered. Refusing to accept your credit card, let's say, or refusing to accept the return due policy as the case might be. And that is what we all trying to. Three reasons: product, personal, and business, if that counts. So product is quality of product, personal is type of your customer service handling methodology or the person who's handling it, and the third one is the business itself, which is providing a little bit of barriers for the customer to make transaction or have business with you. Maybe a credit card, maybe location, maybe anything for that matter, maybe parking also. So the benefits of customer complaint is something that the customer believe that you as a responsible company can do something about their complaint. We are talking about goodwill. Properly settling complaint will only promote goodwill, right? So if I complain and you do something, take some proper actions around it and ensure that my complaint has been resolved, my respect for you will automatically increase. Increase will also be the sales. Opportunity to satisfy, make much more additional sales. Probably you can bundle certain goods. Repeat customers will take your products, your company's brand name through the word of mouth publicity. Buying information is prevention of complaints. Purchasing agents may avoid products with complaints as on when on basis. So explain the importance of appropriately handling customer complaint immediately, as soon as possible. The moment it has been registered, be process it and probably act upon it. Should be effective. Offer something in customer satisfaction as in view of the complaint. What can be done? Should follow up company's policies and the company's procedure thereby. What do you go around it? So explain the procedure for handling customer, developing company policy, general rules followed by a personnel. Avoid misunderstanding. Apply fair and consistent treatment of customers. Policy goals should be fair and targeted towards the customer satisfaction as on when on basis. Develop a consistent yet flexible company policy, the management decision and the sales decision. Give a sort of power of autonomy or authority to the salesperson because they are handling the customer on a first come first basis. They are representing you as a company. If you don't give a little bit of an autonomy to them, they will not be able to resolve, and given autonomy they can resolve a lot many complaints which will return in as a goodwill for the company. So develop a consistent yet flexible company policy and develop a company policy of having customer first. That's it. If you have the policy of customer first, you will remove all misunderstanding, apply fair and consistent method, and so on and so forth. So develop company procedures. I'll give you the step-by-step approach. Listen first and foremost. Don't hear the complaint. First, listen. Be articulate. Be patient. Thank the customer that they are making a complaint. Restate the complaint as in paraphrase it, as in what was the complaint and what is you understanding. Investigate the problem thereby. Now explain the company policy, what the company is open to and what the company is not open to. Accordingly, take action, and that is what we would all try to go around it. Now, let me go about difficult customers. Let me be first. They're customers who are disagreeable. They are not very hospitable. They're not very smiling. They are disgruntled members altogether. Customers very unpleasant to and very hard to help. Often claimed by composed, courteous, efficient salesperson. Let them have the say. The person who is composed, the person who is mature, the person who has a knack of going through such difficult people, give them the plate, give them the customer to handle, and you will see your company will come out for flying colors. Domineering and superior. Probably these are the people who are very dominating, or they have a sense of superiority among themselves. Overtly confident customers who feel that they know more and are better than the average person. Bank orders as on when on basis, make them feel in charge that they are selling themselves. Dishonest customers, customers who intentionally attempts to avoid paying part or all the price of the product, as the case may be. Don't jump. Remember, don't jump too quickly for conclusion. Follow the company's policy, follow the procedures then and there as on when on basis. So types of difficult customers: people who are suspicious, people who don't trust you. These are the customers. They will always think there is something that you are withholding from them, as in form of quality of the product, as in form of information of the product, as in form of guarantees and warranties. Customers who doubt or questions everything that and may want proofs or facts before being convinced that something is true. Perhaps they have some very bad experiences. Convince them, create a customers for life. Convince them, yes, this is where you can go around it. Explain and demonstrate the good services. Slow, methodical customers who requires a lot of time to make purchases because of their indecisiveness. Often will be hesitant even when customers' goods, services are warranted or are needed. May come back multiple times to conduct the research. Sales personnel must be very patient, and you don't want to overwhelm them with too much of an information per se. Describe categories like for disagreeable customers. How do you go around it? Argumentative customers, customers who have problem, who disagree, who questions, who looks for error. Be polite, be simple and straightforward with them, listen to them, and that's it. Don't be with argumentative customers, don't put forward your arguments, just listen to them and half of your problem will be taken care of. Then there are customers who are absolutely impatient. They want service to be heard first, they want their products to be delivered first. Customers who show verbally and non-verbally that they do not want to wait. That is what you got. First and foremost thing, agree with to the first point, to the common point, and get to the point. Yes, if you don't want to wait, there are three persons ahead of you. If I have to take a permission, if these persons are giving me permission to serve you, probably I'll serve you. So make them sure that you are not at a fault. Be patient with impatient customer. Leave me alone customer. Customer who don't want assistance. They think they're smart. They think they know it all. They happen to your places. They know it all. Mostly in retail. So be patient and allow them to ponder over the times. Nothing else. What about irritable or moody customers? Customer who displays attitude. To such customers, be polite and be very polite. Be upheaval, be flexible, and say whatever they want it to be done. Customers who are insulting for no reasons and rhymes, take out for the salesperson, because I think essentially these customers are nothing but are frustrated. So remain neutral and professional. Complaining customers who think everything is wrong, respect their thoughts, probe their issues. Why sense of discontentment? Why this sense of doubt in them? So complaining customers who think everything is wrong. Now describe ways in which customers are dishonest. Always trying to take advantages of the employee. Definitely yes. Do not pay for the product theft, pilferages, or shoplifting. Purchase goods, use them, and return them. Switch or alter prices. Damage good and ask for discount. This is your customers who have been very difficult and dishonest. They will damage the good and they will not ask for discount. They will switch or alter prices thereby. So identify situation when customer becomes essentially difficult. Customer wants something against company's policy. Probably they want to consume uh, products which is prohibitive in nature by the law or by the establishment or by the company. So customers want something against the company's policies. Problem with merchandise, definitely yes, broken or damaged goods, lack of need of gift, wrong size, changed mind. Problem with company, account errors, date entry errors, rude treatment by an employees, illegal activities, incompetent employees or services thereby. Now explain the reasons for handling such customers. Customers that have an issue resolved efficiently and professionally are much more loyal. It is important to gain, even probably regain or retain a customer through superior services, customer service, and bring in a strong clientele, build them. Customers, remember, are your bread and butter. Customers are the person who are making your wages and salaries being paid. So try to accommodate even the difficult ones. Word of mouth about professional handlings of the situation spread and it spreads like a wildfire, which gives dividend for your companies altogether. It positively impacts the company's image. It can aid to the competitive advantages. All of the above will contribute to the bottom line, the revenue, the profit. Let us talk about interpersonal skills. A customer service professional should be calm, should be control of his emotion, never display the emotion altogether, express flexibility, express patience, listen completely, listen openly, paraphrase whatever you listen, be courteous, uh, offer a smile every now and then, give a sincere attitude to them, give a helpful information to them, be honest of what you can do and what you cannot do, be respectful to the customer requirement. That is what the interpersonal skills of the customer service professional should be all about it. Now let me go about the communication skill. Always speak slowly, always speak softly, use proper anecdotes, proper grammar, proper connections and context when you are speaking. You should not be orating something which has been parroted to you or you have memorized it. You should be empathetic towards the customer requirement. Listen, respond, and do not interrupt the customer. Appropriate questions would be appreciated by the customers. This will allow that the customers will think, yes, as in you will actually listening to their issues, probably actually doing something for their complaints to be resolved, and that is half the job done. Conversations illustrate employee was examining the situation from the customer's point of view. The process and the procedures, recognize type of difficult customers, handle the situation accordingly, use appropriate technique for handling with what type of difficult customers you need to help, you need to want. Customer feel pace and amount of time allotted to their problem will be acceptable and left satisfied. If you address them within a requisite time and space, probably people will not consider this complaint as a negative impact of the company, but will take it positively. Follow the policies of the company. Explain them clearly what are the do's and don'ts that has been prescribed by the company to the customer. Explain your position clearly. This would be appreciated. With this, I come to an end of this particular video. Thank you for watching.